This morning, somewhere in America, a healthy 73-year-old grandmother collapsed in her kitchen. She wasn't having a heart attack. She hadn't fallen down the stairs. She made a simple morning mistake that millions of seniors make every single day, and it nearly killed her. What if I told you that 4 innocent morning habits could be silently putting your life at risk right now? Habits so common, so seemingly harmless, that you probably did at least one of them this very morning. The scariest part. Most people over 70 make 3 out of 4 of these mistakes daily, never realizing they're playing Russian roulette with their health every time the sun comes up. Picture this: you're 75, living independently, proud of your health and vitality. Your morning routine feels perfectly normal, the same steps you've followed for decades. But your body at 75 isn't the same as it was at 45, and those harmless habits are now loaded weapons. Here's what doctors don't tell you. After 70, your margin for error shrinks dramatically. A routine that was perfectly safe at 50 can become life-threatening at 75. Your heart, your circulation, your balance, everything operates on thinner ice than you realize. Today, I'm going to reveal the 4 morning mistakes that send more seniors to emergency rooms than you'd ever imagine. The 4th one is so dangerous, yet so overlooked, that most people don't even realize they're doing it. But here's the hope: once you know what these mistakes are, they're surprisingly easy to fix. And making these simple changes could literally add years to your life. Mistake 1: the deadly rush out of bed. Margaret was 74 and proud of her energy. Every morning, she'd spring out of bed like she was still 40, ready to tackle her day. Until the morning she didn't make it to the bathroom. She woke up, swung her legs over the side of the bed, stood up quickly, and the world went black. When she came to, she was on the floor with a gash on her forehead and a fear she'd never felt before. What happened to Margaret happens to thousands of seniors every day. It's called orthostatic hypotension, but here's what that fancy term really means: when you've been lying down for hours, blood pools in the lower parts of your body. Stand up too fast, and your brain doesn't get enough blood. Result? Dizziness, blackouts, and dangerous falls. Think about your own mornings. Do you ever feel dizzy for a few seconds after standing? Does your vision blur momentarily? Do you need to steady yourself on something? Those aren't just signs of getting older, they're warning shots your body is firing. Here's the life-saving solution: follow the 3-2-1 rule. Take 3 deep breaths before moving. Sit up slowly and count to 2. Stand up gradually and pause for 1 full second before taking your first step. Those extra 10 seconds could prevent a fall that changes everything. But even if you master getting out of bed safely, the next mistake could be poisoning your system from the inside. Mistake 2: starting your day in the desert. Your body just survived 8 hours without a single drop of water. Your blood is thick. Your organs are running on empty. Your circulation is sluggish. And what do most people reach for first? Coffee. This is like trying to start a car that's been sitting in the desert for months without checking the oil first. Robert, 78, couldn't understand why his mornings felt so foggy. He'd wake up exhausted, struggle with brain fog for hours, and occasionally feel dizzy walking to the kitchen. His routine: coffee first, everything else later. When his doctor suggested he drink water before coffee, Robert laughed it off. "I've been drinking coffee first thing for 50 years, he said. But he tried it anyway. Within 2 weeks, the brain fog lifted. The morning dizziness stopped. He felt more alert and energetic than he had in years. All from one simple change. Here's what happens when you're dehydrated: your blood becomes thicker, making your heart work harder. Your kidneys struggle to function properly. Your brain operates in survival mode instead of peak performance. After hours of sleep, you're not just thirsty, you're in a state of mild dehydration that's stressing every organ in your body. Ignoring this stress day after day, year after year, takes a cumulative toll that shows up as fatigue, confusion, and increased risk of serious cardiovascular events. The fix is embarrassingly simple: keep a glass of water by your bed. Before you do anything else, drink it. Your body has been working all night, give it the fuel it needs to work for you. But even if you hydrate perfectly, the third mistake could be burning holes in your stomach. Mistake 3, the acid attack. Every morning, millions of people pour battery acid into their empty stomachs. Well, not literally battery acid, but coffee on an empty stomach is almost as harsh. Helen, 72, couldn't figure out why she developed such terrible heartburn. It seemed to come out of nowhere, burning through her chest every morning. She tried antacids, changed her diet, even saw a specialist. Nothing worked. Finally, someone suggested she eat something small before her morning coffee. Within days, the heartburn vanished. Here's what was happening: coffee is highly acidic. When it hits an empty stomach, it can irritate the lining, trigger acid production, and create a perfect storm of digestive distress. For older adults whose stomach linings are already more sensitive, this daily acid bath can lead to chronic inflammation, ulcers, and serious digestive issues. But the damage goes beyond your stomach. Coffee on an empty stomach spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, to dangerous levels. This can trigger anxiety, heart palpitations, and a crash that leaves you exhausted by noon. The solution isn't giving up coffee, it's protecting your stomach first. A banana, a handful of nuts, even a few crackers creates a buffer that neutralizes the acid and prevents the inflammatory response. Your stomach has been empty for 8+ hours. Show it some mercy before you pour acid into it. Yet even if you perfect your morning nutrition, there's one mistake so subtle, so overlooked, that it catches even the most careful seniors off guard. Mistake 4, the silent mobility trap. This is the mistake that almost no one talks about, but it might be the most dangerous of all. William, 76, considered himself pretty spry. Sure, he felt a little stiff in the mornings, but he'd just push through it. No pain, no gain, he'd tell himself as he'd get up and start moving. One Tuesday morning, he felt that familiar stiffness but ignored it as usual. He stood up from bed, took a step toward the bathroom, and his knee buckled. The fall broke his hip and changed his life forever. Here's what William didn't understand: morning stiffness isn't just discomfort, it's your body telling you it's not ready for action yet. After hours of immobility, your joints lack lubrication, your muscles are tight, and your balance systems are still waking up. Ignoring these signals and jumping into action is like trying to drive a car that's been sitting in a garage all winter without warming it up first. Something's going to break. The tragic part is how preventable this is. Your body isn't asking for much, just a few minutes of gentle movement to wake up your joints, get circulation flowing, and prepare your muscles for the day ahead. Here's your morning mobility ritual: before getting out of bed, do ankle circles, gentle knee bends, and shoulder rolls. When you stand, hold on to something stable for the first few steps. Give your body time to remember how to move safely. Those extra 3 minutes of preparation could prevent months of recovery from a preventable injury. Here's what makes these mistakes truly dangerous: they don't just hurt you individually, they multiply each other's effects. Get up too fast while dehydrated, and your fall risk skyrockets. Add coffee on an empty stomach, and you're fighting nausea and heart palpitations. Ignore morning stiffness on top of everything else, and you're a walking accident waiting to happen. But flip this equation around, and you create a morning routine that doesn't just keep you safe, it sets you up for energy, clarity, and vitality that can last all day. Starting tomorrow, try this life-preserving routine. Wake up and take 3 deep breaths before moving. Drink the water you've placed by your bedside. Do gentle stretches while still in bed. Sit up slowly, pause, then stand gradually. Have a small snack before your coffee. These aren't just health tips, they're insurance policies for your independence, your safety, and your life. Margaret, Robert, Helen, and William all thought they were doing fine. They were independent, active, and proud of their health. But small oversights were putting them at risk every single day. You don't have to be one of these statistics. You don't have to learn these lessons the hard way. Armed with this knowledge, you can protect yourself starting right now. Your morning routine sets the tone for everything that follows. Make it count. Make it safe. Make it the foundation of many more healthy years ahead. If this video could prevent even one fall, one emergency room visit, or one preventable health crisis, it's worth sharing. Hit that like button right now, not for me, but for every senior who needs to hear this message. Subscribe and turn on notifications because I'm committed to sharing the health truths that could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. Tell me in the comments, which of these mistakes have you been making? Have you experienced any of the warning signs I mentioned? Your story could help others recognize their own risk patterns. Remember, growing older doesn't mean accepting unnecessary risks. It means getting smarter about the choices that matter most. Your independence, your safety, and your quality of life are worth protecting. Those few extra minutes each morning aren't lost time, they're invested time. Time that pays dividends in confidence, energy, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're taking the best possible care of yourself. Your best years don't have to be behind you. But they do need to be built on a foundation of smart, safe daily habits that honor both your wisdom and your body's changing needs.